Hi, welcome to page 13 and 14 of my Modville My Crush book. For this layout I had a lot of pictures, so I needed an extra page from the book, and I decided I'd make a nice big flap. Also, I wanted to cover up that white paper, so I pulled out some wood grain paper from my stash. I ran it through my cinch, and I'm just snipping the holes there so I can slide it right on top. Keep in mind when you're using your cinch to not let it punch that last hole at the bottom. Have to remember that for next time. So I'm just kind of playing around with my photo placements here, trying to figure out what I want to do. Can't really decide, so I'm just going to set that one aside for now and work on this other side. And so it's the same. It has this white on the top side, and I'm not really too happy with that either. So you can watch as I play around trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I looked at a bunch of different papers. I also looked at what if I did like a die cut, and so it wasn't just a straight edge. I couldn't really settle on any of those options, but finally did settle on some paper, which you will see coming up. The paper that I did settle on is from Echo Park Reflections collection. So I also played around a little bit with what embellishments I was going to use. I pulled out the Echo Park Petticoats and Pinstripes collection, and it seemed to really suit the papers that I had and the colors going on here. So it has some red in it, and so I thought, oh, I'm going to start matting my photos with red because that coordinates really well and pulls that color out of my photos. So I wanted to add something on this wood grain page that would tie it in with the rest of the layout there. So I found this nice yellow, probably gold rush washi tape. But in order for it to stand out properly, I needed to put it on the white daisy cardstock. So that's what you see me doing here. And then I will add it to the page. So now that I've added the red sticker to the page, I felt like it needed a bit of balance, so it needed something a little bit dark to anchor it. So I pulled out this Close to My Heart ribbon. It seemed to coordinate really well, even though it's not really the right color because the paper's brown and it's more of a gray, but tone-wise it just really matched. So instead of trying to figure out how to finish it off, I figured the easiest way was just wrap it all the way around. So on the inside of the flap, I decided I'll put the seam there because then I'll put some sort of embellishment or something on there to cover up that seam. So now that I'm happy with my left side page, I'm going ahead and putting the adhesive on it, and I'm going to add it right into my album. So I'm just careful, make sure that I line it up with the outside edges of the page as best I can. What I didn't realize was I actually was a little bit slightly off on my cinch. I thought I had measured it, but obviously I was off a bit. But again, I'm not really concerned about that. I don't think it does anything to ruin it. So I cut this little picture at the top with one of my Elizabeth Craft planner dies. So I cut the picture and the little mat for it, and I wanted to just add a figured a ribbon to those holes. Even though it's supposed to go into a planner, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'll just add some ribbon onto there. So I've got some Whisper thick twine, and so I'm adding that on, and now I'm going to add another red mat just to tie everything together nicely. And get that matted and onto my layout, and then I'm going to play around with the placement of some of these other items. So here you can see that I've got a piece of the wood grain paper. I've used the new stitched scallop bracket dies from Close to My Heart. They're fantastic for little things like this. I just love them. So I've added that on there. It ties in the wood grain paper. It anchors that little text brilliant sticker there. And so now I'm basically done that page. So now I'm going to add it on to my book here. So I pulled some stargazer dots out of my stash, and now I'm going to add the finishing touches. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please click the like and subscribe buttons.